Good evening, everyone. What's up? It is satisfying meal and topped it off with a measly dessert. It's Mr. Hot speaking. Previously, there was a rant on, there were some explanation videos or evaluation videos about VHS tapes, erotic movies, etc. This is back to ranting time, ranting mode. Today is a rant on modern day phones. Sorry to disappoint many people, but modern day phones have many problems. Not just one, but two or three. So here's a phone, one of those quote-unquote non-smartphones, even though this phone is smart. This phone is from November 2010. It's worked for over 4 years, so it's worked for a total of 4 years and 4 months. The only disadvantage of this phone is that it can't access the internet and make YouTube videos. So these phones have pretty much just died out, pretty much, just like the VHS tapes and cassette tapes that literally nobody wants to talk about except those few YouTube channels, which is pretty sad, to be honest. But these are a breed, according to Duncan Burden, that have died out. What's more is that now the whole world's been taken over by iPhones and smartphones, such as like the Samsung Galaxy or the Android. Ever since 2010, 2011 2010 smartphones were taking over. The iPhone just took over in 2012, 2013. Literally everybody has one of those phones that one would speak to. Come on, those phones, those expensive phones don't even last that long. Yeah, they last for 2 or 3 years and that's it. This phone has been dropped 100 times, yet this phone still works perfectly fine. Yet this phone is a lot cheaper now, as depreciating value, which is beneficial to one, although not beneficial to another, because if one wants a cheap phone, they can just get a phone for less than $100 now, like this, or just a calling phone that can't text. Those phones are just utterly underappreciated because nobody wants them anymore. Everyone's saying, that's old stuff. They can't do this, they can't do that. Well, think again. At least lower in price, and plus, they last longer. This phone's probably going to last for 5 years, by prediction. Yeah, those iPhones, now, they only last 2 years. The iPhone 5, the iPhone 6, they don't even last 2 years. They may last for 2.5 years at most. But, the more recent phones, they last up to 3 years. Ugh. They keep making new phones and wanting people to buy them, and now people are getting ripped off over the money. Sorry for not thinking, but this is a rant, man. One doesn't have to always think about a rant. What on earth? What is wrong with technology these days? What on earth happened to AT&T phones, Sprint mobile phones? What happened to these? What happened? No explanation. They were all buried deep into a hole. That's sad. That's so sad. Sorry to disappoint people, but modern phones, sorry. Those quote-unquote smartphones don't even last that long. Plus, that's all people care about. Barely anybody even has a non-quote-unquote smartphone. So there's literally nobody to talk to about phones now. Another subject that one can't talk about to his or her peers at school. All this today for this rant. On the next rant.